beautiful stadium and one of the most intimidating environments in all of college football, mostly because the Utah Utes are always a handful. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Central Michigan Chippewas, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Utah Utes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going.
It's raining again.
The Chippewas will kick it away to start. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Utah Utes offense takes the field. And there he is. When you have a guy like this, you don't mind building your attack around the running game, guys.
And he's a grown man. There's no doubt about it. This offense runs through him. Everybody gets their emotion, and everything is built on him and around him.
And everybody knows this guy's going to touch the football, and still, defenses can't stop him. He can run through tackles and make big things happen.
They want to run it left here. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll go right back to him. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. The give to the back. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Quick strike complete. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man, or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
They'll try the run. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. Right now, he's doing some damage on this defense. This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, why have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down?
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I know the passing game sells, and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wilson to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup. He went for it. He attacked it. Got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Now they'll try the right side. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Can't quite across the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
Second and short is a great situation to be in. And look at him. He drops back to pass the football. He doesn't have to throw the football. He wants to be aggressive, but he can just take off and scramble. Doesn't have to take a chance. Great being ahead of the sticks.
Pushes for the goal line. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That changes the sequence, doesn't it? Like, you think first and goal, maybe I can pound this several times, and now you get the loss. Now you got to rethink things a little bit. Do I want to throw the football now? Do I feel comfortable even running the ball? So that was a big stop for this defense on first down.
Can the D deny them on second and goal? Trying to slam in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Utah!
I really like that drive for this offense. Putting last week behind them, putting the drive together, showing some explosiveness. This offense really put last week behind them. The poor performance last week, starting off with a bang here today.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Oh, he's going to go for the return. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Chippewas offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wide out in motion. Looking for space. It's Griffin. And he's knocked down.
Listen, in these situations, it's so hard to push the ball down the field because the defense is playing pass. We bring in more DBs. We're dropping deeper in our coverage, and we're making you throw the ball
what's up,
D-Mac? Run the football. Nice job by the
running back. Doing good, brother.
He got good yards.
You'll be able to play here soon.
But now he's in a situation where third down becomes something where it's not predictable. Now it's a situation where they can go out and have success.
And the Chippewas come to the line with a new set of downs. Little touch pass to the receiver. Able to work it to the 39-yard line.
Go ball.
A first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this.
I don't know how y'all play with the other camera angle.
They weren't ready to get rid of the ball.
It blows my mind how y'all do that to me.
Might be a good call later on in the game.
One step wrap, two step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down.
And that might be true. I might.
Looking to throw, and
that may be possible. Like, I might struggle with that on some stuff, and maybe that's why I have certain issues sometimes.
Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and
but
goal from the 8.
you know, I feel like the benefits for me have heavily outweighed the negatives, personally speaking. So.
The Chippewas want to crank the tempo, trying to get in the end zone
Get off
again.
me, bitch.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Chippewas.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no
especially in like
opening drive.
RPO situations,
He showed you all of his ability on that
pitch
TV.
situations. Thanks, dog. I think you have a better opportunity to make a play
Lining up for the PAT.
placenally.
Right down the boulevard. All tied up and just about set to kick it away.
It's like Chips leaving the game. Come on, Larry. Stick around for the whole game. We're playing some baseball right now, dog.
From inside his spot. He was
I think I
looking
would
for
throw
some
so many
running room,
picks
but not
because
much
of
to be
corner and
found as he
safety.
stopped at the 18. The Utah offense returns ready to go back
Like
on
with
the
this
attack.
angle,
Now they need to
you
put
feel like
something
you'd
together
throw a lot
to
of picks
answer
because
that
of this
last
angle with
score.
corner and
There's a lot
safety
of
down?
pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play call. Like, I have to balance all of those
excuse me.
things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game. So a lot to process and think about.
They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
Yeah, like not
6-yard
knowing how
pickup
close
on
their
first down,
receivers.
leaves them with 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and that may be an issue on certain things because it look like they're more open than they are, or shouldn't have. You know, from this angle, for me, there are times where I'm like, man, it just doesn't look like
And
guys
they'll
should
make
have the
stop,
angles
and
they
we
do.
are headed to the end of the first period.
And then they end up having the angle. So you know that you could be onto something with that, and
Now
I
on
just
3rd down for this
hadn't really
offense.
recognized it much.
We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time.
But I wouldn't claim to be a guru at this game. Anybody that's watched me play the last 3 games should know that. So
After that tight first
I just
quarter, this second period ought to
not
be a
good
lot
at
of
it.
fun.
So it's just part of it. So I would take everything I say with the
They've changed
largest
things in the field,
grain
now
of
facing
salt
3rd
ever.
down as they go back to work. Wilson will
Because
throw.
I definitely don't know what the fuck's going on half the
Lets it
time.
go. Complete along the sidelines, and that'll be good enough for the first down.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding this receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
To the ground with the back. Tackled, but he has a first down.
The offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on 1st down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going to that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different and give this offense something to think about.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Nowhere to
Press
run on
X,
that
he
when
wouldn't stop and
loses
tackle.
4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed. At linebacker, he can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Coming after him. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rush, Reese. Just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On third,
no. Why did it move me?
Touchdown, Utes! And once
I was going to the defensive end, bro. I was on the D-line.
Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You can see the quarterback just had a bit of swagger.
God damn, dude. I'm just trying to go down the line, and all of a sudden I pop out to the corner, dude.
So good on that last
fucking wasting my time.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real...
Oh, look out! He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is most dangerous.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered.
They need the 40 to convert here on third down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Chippewas in the hurry-up. Right back to the well. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back.
See, that dude was offside, bro.
At the 21 after a pickup of 2. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. The Chippewas come to the line
run
with
this
a
play
fresh
all the way
set of
down the
downs.
field.
On the ground, it's Griffin. They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal.
We're going to ride him to the end zone. Fuck him.
Touchdown, Central Michigan.
They're going to flip me out to a receiver. I'm going to run the same play on him.
In this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after.
There we go. All the bases loaded, dumbass.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Bowling Green. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. takes the handoff. It's Crandall. Rumbles ahead for 6 and all the way out to the 16.
Sometimes as an offense, you like run plays, and you like running it right into the teeth of the blitz. That's what happened right there. Everybody up front got a hat on a hat, and they were able to crease that defense.
On 3rd down, going up top. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. And the Utes send out the punt unit. This will be their first punt of the afternoon.
Oh, yeah, Orlando Arcia.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back?
And the quarterback is snowed under.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double-teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips to try to give your quarterback more time.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a 1st down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A costly penalty for this defense gives them a 1st and 10. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down at 2nd and 6. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the 1st down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the option. Quarterback on the keeper. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And you'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Chips.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. And he's coming out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Utah has it back on the offense coming onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
He's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They'll leave it with him. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Utes will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He gets a block. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
They're trying to get to it. And it's picked off. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters today from there in Salt Lake City. And, you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the fellows at Rice-Eccles Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. Going for the return. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the...
And, David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think the defense maybe time to start committing more guys to stopping that run, not worrying about the pass as much.
And the Chippewas will line it up on 1st and 10. Try to get it to the edge. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the toss. Oh, it's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier. It gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand off.
The fumble. Yeah, it's not great. Guess we'll just challenge it, see if it
wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a
it's our
timeout
15th
here.
ring game
Thinks
this
the
year.
call is going to end up going his way.
I think we're down.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way.
Yeah, it wasn't. It really wasn't close. I thought it was closer than what it seemed like on my end. I thought it was out while he was still like up in the air.
Coordinator's blood pressure into orbit.
I don't understand how these dudes are making these plays, man. They're getting blocked.
Have to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with the stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
They'll run the option. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Running back would get out and get going.
They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they get to him and sack the quarterback.
Every time I've pressed R and tried to run here lately out of the
pocket,
it hasn't really worked.
Fourth down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's fourth down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Good job on defense, getting a hand on it, tipping it up in the air. They weren't able to pick it off, but they do force the incompletion.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. A 3rd and long coming up here. The aerial assault continues. Quarterback extends the play. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash and 45 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the ref. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Buffalo needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Western New York behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. They're trailing by 13 to Bowling Green. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the quick grab. Made a defender miss. Makes the stop at the 29-yard line, but not before he gets 15 on that play. They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it. But you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. It's still a successful play.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
All right, this offense needs to come up with a solution for this defensive end because he is a problem. They have got to find a way to help out the offensive tackle to prevent this guy from getting to the quarterback.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Finds his man, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect fourth down call there.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be fourth down. We've come to the end of the quarter, guys, and Central Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. The give to the fullback. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
And those 4th and 3, 4th and 4 situations are really tough. Is it a passing situation? Is it a running situation? Like, I really got to see my keys, go get it. Defense was just a step slow. They give up the fourth down run.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that to...
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
I love playing man coverage on the back end. Giving those receivers faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
On fourth down, going to the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. Finds the tight end. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it with the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Offense gets set for second down. Wilson to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Running toward the tape. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25. Handoff from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, and nowhere to run.
Quick completion to the right. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. And the Utes have it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the inside give. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
What up, Warren?
So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on 1st down. Wants to go up top. Intercepted. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense
there we go.
That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
All right, so I know the defense is going to be aggressive, right? They got their stop. They forced a 3rd down. How aggressive does the offense want to be in response? Because if I throw the football, get a 1st down, I can run this clock almost out. This defense has to make a choice, but this offense, how aggressive do you want to be?
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. He couldn't get close to the marker. Got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of his spot.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the 1st down. All kinds of running room. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Chippewas. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Now, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and
shove it right up your hiney hole.
They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick.
Did he do it again? Get out of here, ball.
Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Utah offense returns ready to go back on the attack. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Wilson will throw. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Utah! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Central Michigan takes over, and we'll get another look at this offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the dub.
They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Wide receiver shows motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Fights his way for a couple, but stops short of the marker. It's 4th and 1. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of that. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
When he breaks into the open, he's at the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Central Michigan. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions.
Thanks, beat out.
Coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
Let's see if they can roll snake
Making up for
eyes
lost
in a
time,
good
dog.
way and get the deuce. Run it with the fullback. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands
Thanks,
team gets the job done.
And this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
This is what you do in the backyard. You never do it in the middle of the game. It's always final drive, clock winding. Got to have a score. Offense down 1 possession.
Yeah, we'll see, man. Who knows?
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Wilson to pass. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. He was looking for that big return to go with the pick, but he'll set him up in business at the 36.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Central Michigan has it back. Let's see what the Chippewas can do on offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. Take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Dude, when you got a guy like this that can just hit the gas and go pick up 15-plus yards, what a luxury. How nice is it to have a quarterback like that when I'm a tailback, when I could send the tailback one direction, quarterback the other direction. This guy's just got so much speed.
They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds
Gonna get
left
Frank
on the clock.
Ballsby back in the
Well, this is
positive.
one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea. Because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. He's going to pass. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
He's got an open man. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Chips. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands
Got
team
me
is able
diving
to fall on
sooner,
it.
you dumbass.
Well, they try to go onside kick, but better job by the hands team falling on the football.
First down here for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got room on the return. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Chippewas. Guess they wanted to make sure they rubbed a little salt in the wound. Oh, they want the 2, and the holder's going to try to throw it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, we run it up at Central Michigan. If the opportunity presents itself, we are scoring points. Ain't no pride in not scoring more. It ain't my job to make you feel better about this game.
That's why they
Stop
call
it.
them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Exactly, dude. Run it up. Fuck them. I mean, in the most disrespectful way possible.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
That man. I mean, if you wanna
Trying to
stop
find
it,
his
stop
man
it.
on first down.
You don't want to see us dancing in your end zone, putting
Another
flags on
interception.
your
That's his 4th of the day.
shit.
He'll try to take it, but just keeps moving. And he is brought to the ground, and that's how we'll wrap this one up.
Get fucked, Utah. Beat you in your own fucking place in the ring.
Methodical, workmanlike effort from this
Suck
team.
on
No frills,
my
just
dicks.
Get the job done and get the win.
Suck on
I
all
love
of my
when you
dicks.
describe my
No
teams
way.
like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the
Now
week.
we
They
go
watched
for
the
penalty to
film.
the moon.
They got good looks
Yeah, I
at
will say
practice.
that now we
They
go.
knew
I'm
what
pretty
to
sure.
anticipate. They knew what
From
looks they
there,
were
we
going to
put
see.
like
And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh
25
boy, they never
points
take it.
or something stupid
That's
like
going to do it for us from here.
So
For
game,
Jesse Palmer, Dave Pollock, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA.
We scored enough points in the fourth quarter to beat them for the whole game. Suck it. Your mom's a hoe. Utah's mom's cradle my balls. and blow me to the freaking moon. Oh, yeah. We are good again. So we'll see y'all in a couple weeks. Y'all have fun now, you hear? We'll see you on down the line. Looks like Miami upset NC State in a 6-3 game. Only to be outdone by the Mississippi State-Mississippi game one year. I think that literally ended 3-2. So, if my football historians want to take a look and fact check me. I can't imagine we're on here for anything. Oh, best returner. Neat. In the bottom of the night. Yeah, I mean, literally. What do you do? You gotta love a scoregami. Like that. Alright, gang. Well, I don't have anything else to really do for a while, so we'll see you on down the line. Bye.